Lebialem, where the ADF struck again. The ADF invaded the village or the town that we call Bisale. Bisale is precisely around Bichati area, and that is located in the Lebialem County. October 30th, that is 2 days ago, fighters belonging to the ADF invaded the town, abducted civilians, a mother, the son, and I think another resident. As they made their way, we learn, out of Bisale, La République, they were accosted by La République du Cameroon army, and many of them were shot. As they approached the Cameroon army, the lady, the woman who had been abducted by the ADF, sitting behind the motorbike, lifted her hands, raised her hands to let the army know she was being abducted. And as the army shot at the Okada rider, the hand of that woman was shot. I learned she is currently in the hospital. The son of the woman who had been abducted also and was being taken away by the ADF fighters successfully escaped. And as a result of that incident, I think we are told that about 3 people were killed, but a lot of damage caused in the village. The image of the young man that you find on your screen, I think is one of the guys, the guy who was killed. The images we have here are not good. I find it difficult to project them on the screen for all of you to see what happened there. The images, again, they are not good. You can see them there on your screen. This is, again, the handwork of the ADF. The handiwork of the ADF. But I have joining me somebody from Bisale who has been following up the events that took place there in Bisale, and he will give us the details of what happened there. I am not going to review his names for any reason, but I think what matters here is the information he has to disclose to us. Hello, sir.
Hello, comrade, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you. We have seen the gory incident that took place in the Bisale on the October 30th, if I am correct. If I'm wrong, you will correct me. Again, this was precipitated by the ADF invading Bisale, which is a town or a village inside Lebialem. The ADF, led by, my understanding is led by their assistant commander, who is the image I think I'm seeing here on the screen, the guy with a gun. This guy is supposed to be the assistant commander of EFAN, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So tell us what you know about this incident, please.
Well, this guy actually has been parading this area and has been causing a lot of harm and destruction there. He is the one who actually brought the ADF there to burn the hospital in Bisale.
You are right. Before this incident, I think few months ago, about probably 4 or 5 months ago, the ADF went into Bisale and burned down the hospital.
Correct.
All right, go on.
Yes, he is supposed to be the one. He burned the hospital, and then he went, but he did not go back. He did not go. He didn't go back to his hiding. He keeps coming, and he said that they came now to look for money because they know it's the cocoa season. That people sell cocoa, and then when they come, people promise them and then they go, and then they come back to collect monies and so on. So this time he came again. If you see the guy who is wearing like pink clothes, like reddish clothes down, that was a civilian. All the ambas, they were wearing
Yeah, the
black.
image was so bad I couldn't project it on the screen, but yes. So he was who?
That guy is an Ashong guy who was only doing his business in Fombe. Fombe is a village in Upper Bayang, close to Ashong, close to Ewa, where the ADF lodge is.
Okay.
So when they came down, they caught this guy. They said, "You have to take us to Bisali." He took them to Bisali, and he has been killed. He took them to Bisali, and then they went, and at 2 a.m., this informant had to stay away and only point the houses where they should go and search. So they went and searched the house. They said Bazaris there. They said no. They said no. They said Bazaris, and then he asked for money for cocoa and so on. So this young man who had finished high school, he was the one answering, telling them what was not there and what was there. And
Is this the same guy, the guy you are describing there? Is this the same guy in the a jacket mixed with blue, green, little red? Is it the same guy? I don't know whether you are watching me, but the image on the screen.
I'm not watching, but the guy is the guy in is the guy wearing a black jacket. The guy whose head is seemed to be burnt.
Oh, okay.
That's not burning. That's a plank. Action of plank wood that they took and broke his head. So that's the guy there who was orchestrating all of this.
Okay.
So this guy made them. They went and arrested this high school student. This guy who was repairing people's TVs, radios, and so on in the village. This guy came and arrested him, and they went to another house again, arrested a woman with 2 kids and his 2 brand new bikes. They took them.
These are the bikes we see on the screen, okay? So the bikes we see on the screen were actually stolen from the residents.
Yes.
If they stole this, how did they get there? Or they came with theirs and stole others to go back with it?
No, when they come down, they will pay in the bag. They will pay on the bags to ride the bags with their partners. So when they came and they have many bags, they now took them, and their other colleagues will ride them.
Okay.
So when they rode them and they went, they were going now. They left Bisali. They were going because they would not want to go to the upper part of Bisali where the military were. So this was lower part, border with Agong village.
Okay.
Upper Bayang. So when they were going to Fombe, to their hideout in Yenuba, when they were going, I don't know if they had stopped in Bichati or not. But then they ended up in Bichati Junction, a junction there where they take a bike to go to Yenuba and so on, and to cross Fombe before going to Yenuba. So in that junction, the military opened fire. And then when they opened fire, this high school student could not raise his hand up because his hands were tied. They had tied his hands.
So the ADF picked up these students, tied their hands, and got them on those behind those Okada.
Yes. And then when
the woman who lifted her hands and they were shot, her hands were not tied?
No, the woman's hands were not tied because they know it was a woman and they know he will not run away. She will not run away.
Okay.
So, yes. So when they started shooting, the bullet just passed through the neck of this guy and had him on his neck. There was no way to resist it. He died right there. And then...
Altogether, how many people died from this incident?
4 of them died. 2 of them had gunshots, and they said that they went to the bushes the next day, and they saw one who was dead in the bushes. One of them, a soldier, was dead in the bushes, and then another
when
one.
When you say a soldier, you mean ADF fighter, or you mean La Republique soldier?
No, ADF fighters.
Okay.
ADF. No, La Republique did not suffer any losses there. So ADF, one of the fighters died in the bush, and they picked him up the next day, and then they saw one of them with a gunshot on the leg. He could not move. So they said that they had to call the military on him, and they actually called the military. The military came and took him. I don't know his fate right now.
So the civilians called the military on him, and they came and took him away.
Yes.
Now, how many civilians were killed in the incident? Just the civilians, the people they picked up in Bisale. How many were killed?
We suffered one loss, who was this high school student, and we suffered one who was that misfortune guy who was riding the Okada with the ADF to come to Bisali. So there were 2 civilians dead and 2 of the ADF fighters dead right at the scene, and then the 2 others who were later discovered in the bush. So there were 4 of them and 2 civilians.
Okay. I really want to appreciate you coming to give us these details. We have videos which we can bring to you, but they are really not good. I think this is a young man you are describing in the coffin. That is, again, ladies and gentlemen, the work of the ADF. The work of the ADF in the Bisale, in the Lebialem County. Thank you, comrade, for joining me.
Thank you.
All right. And we will never relent. We will never relent condemning acts like this one. We will not relent because when you leave your camps, your hiding, your hideouts to go out and target civilians. They leave their hideouts, go right into Bisali, pick civilians, students in that matter, tie their hands behind the Okada, and they are about living with them to their hideouts. And the enemy soldiers kill them. We cannot relent in our condemnation of these acts because this war is against La République du Cameroon. When we call the ADF abductors, and extorters, this is exactly what we mean. For what reason would you go and pick students, mothers in a village to take to your camp? Of course, you can only explain it from the fact that the moment they go with those students, the price upon their head is in the millions. It's in the millions. If the ADF leadership think they are in the same cause that we are, let them raise money in the diaspora as all of us are trying to do. All right.